And they're off. Sea of Dreams wasn't away too well. Fatal Gem from the deepest draw will drop in. Out nicely is Gimme the Limelight, one of the first to show. Got there quite easily at the end of it all. Second place is Ice Rain, going up to race a length behind the leader. They followed by Time for Love, who races out in third. Analytic Glee Club not too far away. They followed further back by Vic's Princess, who's at the outside of Pinstripe. Not much between those two. Billowing Clouds further back in the field. Analytic gave away a few places. Races one off the rail. My True Love three deep the outside. Sea of Dreams been allowed to catch up. Fatal Gem, one of the back markers is Red Rose of Lancaster, but they're not breaking any records here. About 8 lengths in it, so they work their way through the final 800 meters. And Gimme the Limelight in front by just over 1 length. League Club right there second. Then comes Ice Rain, who swings for home in third at the outside of Glee Club. Then comes Time for Love at the top of the straight in fourth place and being cajoled along. My True Love made a few places. Pinstripes towards the far side. Then comes Vic's Princess. They follow by Billowing Clouds. That's in the white jacket. Still got about 7 lengths to make up. Analytic Fatal Gem. They further back at the 300 meters mark. Gimme the Limelight now being attacked by Ice Rain and Glee Club in between them. The three of them have gone clear of the rest of the field. Gimme the Limelight. Glee Club though wearing her down with Ice Rain at the outside. Still having one late lunge, but Glee Club won. Glee Club from Ice Rain. Third goes the way of Gimme the Limelight, and further back to Time for Love. My True Love, they were further back in the field, so the winners in the black jacket and the scarlet cap, given every chance out of gate. 1 sat behind the pace, which was set by Gimme the Limelight. 3 went clear of the rest of the field, 400 meters out, but it's Glee Club who packs the biggest finish and wins race number 3 on the card. The 4th race is the first leg of the pick 6. Devon will be up for that. That runs at 5-2.
Race 3, Race Cape, powered by Hollywood Bets. Maiden plate for the fillies and mares over the 1400 meters has been won by number 1 Glee Club, the daughter of the United States. Well done to Mgebisi Maikiso. He receives his 1,000 rand thanks to Hollywood Bets and Cape Racing. Conditioner of number 1 Glee Club is Greg Enyon. Well done.
Thank you very much.
She seems to be a lovely progressive filly.
Yeah, she really is. She's, she's by the United States. She's out of a staying mare. Sorry, excuse my voice. We all go down with a flu one of these days.
I think it's from singing for the Glee Club.
No. But, yeah, she's a really nice filly. I was just saying to Jahan now, she hasn't even finished out. And if you saw in the race, she was so, not quite sure where to go, what to do. And, I mean, she won well in spite of all of that. But the one draw obviously does help. But she's got good pace, she's got gate speed, and she's got stamina. And I can't wait for her to go over a bit more ground. But
most certainly exciting times.
Yeah, and look, I think she could progress quite well, this filly. But I'd just like to say a very, very, very big thank you to Mary Slack and to Wilkebos Drift for sending her to me. And I'm very grateful for the support. And I'm glad I could have a winner for her.
It's been a lovely spring for you. Long may it continue.
Yeah, it's gone all right. Vicky, I've gone from, always moaning mini-me, but only a small string. I only had 12 horses, but now I've got 31. Yeah, so I've got some lovely babies, and I've still got a couple on the farm, and hopefully Mary will send me another one day. But, yeah, I'm in a nice space at the moment. Horses in a good space. So I'm looking forward to the season ahead.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
There's Greg Enyon just mentioning that his yard has increased somewhat. So lovely times. He's most certainly got a pep in his step. Not much voice, but a pep in his step. Richard, well done.
Thank you, Vicky.
She looked at the end. Were you going to win? Weren't you? Was she running in snatches? Is she still a little bit green?
Vicky, she's very green. Even at the pins, she jumped and she wasn't really latching onto the bit. And any time when she started taking the bridle is when she got a little roll up onto her shoulder just before we took the bend, and she actually came onto the bridle then. But most of the way she was very relaxed. Speed was very sedate. I was a little bit worried about that. Really pulled it into a canter and made a sprint of it through the 800. So I'll make sure I bear that in mind for the rest of the day. I think that's going to happen a lot. But yeah, she came into the straight, they sprinted, and I started smiling because last time in the 6 furlong she moved up very, very well with Bernie, and she looked the winner and she just got caught on the post. So I know she could sprint. So I was very happy about that. So I could take my time. She was still green once horses started moving around. They ran towards her. She sort of dug in her toes, but luckily it happened quite early up in the straight. And the gap was always there for me for the taking, and she moved into it quite comfortably. Just had to, play caution with the way she was running green. She wanted to run out, and obviously there's a horse there, and I needed her to turn her hindquarters a little bit. And once she turned, the last 50 meters was fairly easy. So it was a good win. Well done to Mr. Indian, to Mary Slack and the team at Wilgerspoort, Maritzfontein. Nice filly. She's still young. Looks like a teddy bear with the winter coat, but it's obviously definitely more to come.
Richard, well done for the win.
Thank you very much, and also to my sponsors at One Inform. Thank you for your support.
There you go. That's Richard Free taking us through the race with beautiful description, and both sounds like she's going to still progress and a little bit green, and as Greg Inion mentioned, bred to stay. Number 1, Glee Club, daughter of the United States. Well done to Wilgerspoort and Maritzfontein for breeding, and Wilgerspoort nominee Mrs. Mary Slack for owning. Lovely progressive type of filly. It looks like we're just going to see this is just the beginning with her. So number 1, Glee Club, winner of race 3.